All right. I just recorded like 15 minutes of this and then it just stopped. So, and corrupted the file. So this is going to be short. Just, I couldn't believe that I went this long without covering this movie on the channel. Motel Hell from 1980. It's called a slasher flick. I mean, it's thrown in there with 80 slashers. It kind of is. If anything, it's more of like a satire, like horror comedy. It's very psycho-esque, very Texas Chainsaw Massacre inspired also. But we have Rory Calhoun here, and I'm pretty sure this is his final role, like before he died, because he looks very sick here. And his sister Ida, who I don't know who plays her, I have no clue, but she's such a great character. The dynamic between Ida and Vincent in this movie is absolutely fantastic. The whole idea of, and spoilers obviously, if you haven't seen Motel Hell, it's on Tubi, go see it. First of all, the title, excellent. It's the Motel Hello, but the neon light on the O is broken. So it's just the Motel Hell, which I'd take as a bad omen and kind of say, nah, screw that place. It's called the Motel Hell. Let's find somewhere else. But nobody else really thinks of that in this movie, so it's fine. And we have Terry, this blonde main chick, who gets in a motorcycle accident with her boyfriend, who ends up being dead at the end of the accident. And she's fine. And she gets rescued by Farmer Vincent. And in a weird love tale, they end up falling in love together, and she ends up wanting to marry Vincent. We have some great imagery in this movie, man. Like, this movie is another one of those films that there's things you've never seen before. Like, all the things with the cabbage patch people, with they're buried up to their necks, and they've had surgery done on them so that, like, they can't talk or anything, but they can still like gurgle and shit. All of that is great. Like, real creative, real out there, like completely something you've not seen before in a movie or seen since. Same with the amazing scene, probably my favorite scene in this movie, is when they have the lights on, the colored lights, and they're rotating, they have spirals on them, and like they're all in a row planted up to their necks, and they're all just like in a trance looking around. That's cool. Then they break their necks, they put the rope around, and they just yank them out a bit and crack their necks open. All of that is great. The whole iconic line of it takes all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters. What an iconic line from an 80s horror movie that is. Probably the only negatives that I can give this movie is I don't care for Bruce, the sheriff deputy, who's like known the two of them, Farmer Vincent and Ida, for a very long while, it seems. And he falls in love with Terry too at the end, and like he doesn't want Farmer Vincent, marrying Terry. He wants to marry her. Like, that's all whatever. And the whole idea that Terry like wakes up after an accident, losing her boyfriend who's dead, and then just gets over it and just says, I'm fucking up. Here I am. I'm staying here. And then falls in love with Farmer Vincent. It's all so weird. It's so out there. It doesn't matter though, because it has so much charm. And I was just talking about charm a bunch in my last video for Urban Legend. I wish that movie had the charm this movie has. We have the pig mask in here, which is really cool looking, and I can't help but wonder if this may be in part inspired James Wan or Leigh Whannell or something with Saw, with the pig mask they put on Amanda and Hoffman later on. Makes me wonder, because it looks just like that pig. It's like the exact pig mask almost. Bruce, the douche cop, ends up giving her the revelation that her tires were shot at by Farmer Vincent. That he found the shells in the front of the tire and it matches Farmer Vincent's rifle or shotgun or whatever the hell he uses. So now she's starting to doubt her love, the new love of her life, Farmer Vincent. Then we get a bunch of the zombies from the Cabbage Patch plant, or whatever you want to call it, and they all get out and they're walking around like zombies. It's like really, really cool. And then again, with the pig, you see like another pig head, like with a machete or cleaver inside it. Looks really cool. The visual imagery is, like I said, is very inspired by Hooper and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You could see it throughout this whole film. Infamous chainsaw scene the chainsaw fight between Vincent and the pig mask and Bruce the douche cop. Awesome. And then when when Farmer Vince is dying, his like last words are great. He says that like I did use preservatives like in his meats that are all human beings. That's so funny. Bruce saves the day and takes Terry with him, and they like how they find Ida like planted upside down with her feet like in the air. That's funny. And then we just get the Motel Hello with the O crashing and exploding. Awesome movie. This, yeah. So through technology's fault, this turned into a very short review. So just awesome film. I can't believe I haven't talked about it until now because I love Motel Hell. What a great film. So funny, so clever, and just stuff you haven't seen before. All right, guys. Have a good night.